Okay, everyone. Today's video is going to be how to make this gorgeous eucalyptus wreath. Fall is in the air. I'm wearing my favorite old scrubby jacket. This right here is a great thrift store find I got on half tag day. It was yellow tag day at Goodwill, and it was $7, so I got it for $3.50. Anyway, let's get right to it. Let's go make a eucalyptus wreath. Okay, so first of all, what you're going to need is a wire wreath form, a big bunch of eucalyptus, some wire cutters and or an old pair of scissors, and that's it. And I use 22 gauge wire, but you can use smaller if you'd like. Okay, so here I'm showing you the type of eucalyptus that I use. It's wonderful. And here I'm finding out that I need to make this longer so that I can explain it better. But I'm basically using 8 to 10 inch lengths of eucalyptus. And I show you in the video how I go about getting that. I'm going to need to explain it, and I really think that I should show it to you. You'll have to watch my garland video because I actually show you how I grab those pieces. I might do it right here, actually. But what I do is I'll take the larger piece of eucalyptus, and then I'll break it into the smaller stems that are obvious. They're pretty big stems. And then I'll take each stem and I'll start at the tip because you don't want to break your stems off. You don't want to break your pieces off with a stem showing because that looks terrible. So you'll want to start at the very tip of the eucalyptus, up at the top where the leaves are at the ends, and break your leaves off, if this makes any sense, going down from there so that your stems are always at the bottom of where you're working. See how I did that right there? Well, I'll go about 8 inches down. I'll break off a stem. I might have to move a couple of leaves to have stem left to wrap my wire with. But I'll go through the whole piece of eucalyptus, starting at the tips of each branch, and working my way down about 8 inches and breaking it off, and then going from there. And sometimes if there is a stem, I'll just break it off closest to the nearest leaf so that you can't see the stem. And then we'll wrap it, and I get about 7 or 8 pieces of eucalyptus are good for one bunch of eucalyptus. And then I begin wiring it to my wreath form, and I got my wreath form at the Dollar Tree. I love that the Dollar Tree sells wreath forms now. When I saw those, I was so excited because they've always been so expensive elsewhere, and to get them for only that amount, oh, that's amazing. So here I'm just continuing and you'll do this until you fill up the entire wreath form. It takes about, once you get the hang of it, about 2 hours to make a full wreath. And they just turn out so beautiful. And even as they dry in your house, they smell so nice. Fresh eucalyptus loses that real strong scent, but it has a nice soft eucalyptus scent that just goes through the house. It's just amazing. But I've done this for years. And then I was also going to talk about how there are different types of eucalyptus. And if you go to the beach, which is where I live on the central coast of California, and there's eucalyptus everywhere. But most eucalyptus trees are, well, first of all, they're 300 feet tall. But I'm exaggerating, they're very tall. They have the really long leaves. Those are great for a big wreath or something that you really want to have like a drooping effect with, the really long needle-shaped leaves. But these are the leaves that, that they fake in the plastic eucalyptus, because this is the kind that everybody looks for. And I was fortunate enough to find a tree. It's in a secret spot. It's a giant tree, and I am now the koala that lives in that tree, because I'll be going back to it a lot to get my leaves for my projects. But those are the leaves that are small and round and just beautiful. And so here we go. I'm going to go fast now. like I said, it took about 2 hours to get this wreath done. But I found that tree, and so it took me 2 garbage bags full, and I had to hike in a little bit to it to get to it. And here I'm showing you how to shorten a piece of eucalyptus when you need to. What I'll do is, if this length will be fine when I cut it, when I trim the bottom, but what I'll do is close to another leaf here, I'll trim it, and then that way, whenever I go to use it again, see, there's no stem showing, and it's just, it's another piece to use. So that's just another technique in getting as much as I can out of the eucalyptus that I'm using. I hope you're seeing that okay. And I just continue this way around the entire wreath until it's finished. And I think I'll just put it back on time lapse and you can watch me work. It takes about an hour to finish one wreath. I hope I have enough. I might have to go get some more. And here I am just showing you over and over again ad nauseum how I get the pieces of eucalyptus. I just I don't feel like I'm explaining that well enough, and I'm showing you here, and I just explained it again and I explained it again, but how to break the pieces off and get the most out of the eucalyptus that you're using, so that you don't waste any, and so that you will have less stems showing in your work. Just, you always put the stem at the bottom. You can use a whole long piece of eucalyptus. You don't have to use just the tip of it, but you have to break it off next to the leaves, if I'm making any sense. And just practice at it and just keep watching and you'll get it. So here I am finishing up finally, and I do notice that in voiceover I said it takes 2 hours to make the wreath, and then when I talked I said it took an hour. It takes about an hour to 2 hours. You take an hour if you work really super fast, and it takes 2 hours if you take your time. One of the techniques that I talked about, making your bundles ahead of time. No, actually, I talked about that on my garland video, but you can make your bundles of eucalyptus ahead of time, and then you can just pop it all together really quickly. There's that also. But here I am just finishing up the wreath, and of course, when you go in one direction, to make it have that nice directional lay, you know, the way it lays in that one direction. When you get to the end, and then you have the pieces that are from the beginning, the pieces that are hanging over, there's a little bit of finagling you have to do, because you have to take your bundles and you have to lift up the end, the other end of the wreath, the beginning of the wreath, and you have to tuck them underneath and wire them. But that's what you have to do to finish it off, and here I am doing that and getting it finished. I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing this for you. This is, like I've said, something that I've done for a very long time, and I'm just really glad that I can share it now on YouTube and make videos and just share it with my friends and family who've always wanted my wreaths, and now you can make your own, and also to share it with you, my new friends and people who are coming into my circle. I just wanted to add here that I'm brand new. I'm just starting my channel, and I would love for it to grow. I will be posting videos as I can. My goal is to post 3 a week. Right now I'm not doing that. I'm learning as I go, so it's taking time to get it all down. But if you would like my video, that helps me to know that people are watching it, and it helps YouTube know that people are watching it and liking it. So that will help my channel. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, that will help me. And also hit the bell for the notifications so that you can see when I put up a new video. And please comment below. I know I only have one or two other videos up at the moment, but this is just the beginning of a lot of fun. I keep saying that's something to work on. In in the next day or so, day after tomorrow, I'll be posting the eucalyptus garland that I made, and showing you how to do that. It's just a lot of fun doing this, and I really enjoy it. I hope that you come back. I hope you like my channel. I do a lot of wreaths. I like to make wreaths, but I also like all other types of DIYs. And right now I'm looking at my living room coffee table, and it's covered in pumpkins that are in various stages of being base coated, because I have to catch up. I have not got one faux pumpkin in my house, and I'm determined to have a lot of faux pumpkins in my house. So we'll have those videos also coming up. But here's the wreath. I got it finished. And then another thing too, I just see there's that one little branch that's a little bit longer. You can go through and trim it out. You'll find bug-eaten leaves that you can trim out. And you just trim it up, and then you can decorate it how you want to. You can put a bow. I'm not going to put a bow on this one. I'm hanging it in a window, on a window in my living room. So just have fun with it, and just, you know, be creative, and see what that does for you. It is such a wonderful feeling. But thank you for watching, and come again.